All you pilgrims on the Ascension journey. Travis Carper, Ascension Health Coach. We've been pretty inspired lately. Also, before I get into this, I'm going to read from the newest blog on 3decrees.org. Alchemical Wizard 26, Chronobiology, Sleep, Circadian Rhythm. Okay, I know I talk about it a lot, but I thought we'd dig into it a little bit, a little bit more detail. So anyways, I also, hopefully everyone realizes that, all energy is conscious energy. That's what the universe is. It's source code, it's source, it's energy. We're just having a human experience, right? Okay, so, but what I wanted to talk about was when we look at, like, especially everyone uses the TOMPs out of Russia, because there's the magnetometer data that they use. They put that together and they use like 224 magnetometers around the world, and then they build that spectrogram. Okay, and that's the one we use because it looks really good. It's got the blue with the white, and you can see all the different Schumann resonances. You can see all the different frequencies. So you can basically see the air showers. You can see the ionized particles come into the planet, right? Into us, into all the fields, the morphogenetic fields, and our biofield physiology, right? So maybe I'll put up a chart, hopefully. Lately I haven't been doing that because it's too time consuming. Anyways, all right, let's read from this. Okay, so yeah, because all the different ones, they're different. Some are for purging and clearing some of these energies, these photonic energetic waves, pulses that our benevolent star family is buffering for us and stuff, because all that wave from the center of the galaxy and beyond and now that we're in the photon belt, there's so much higher energetics right now. And it's just, the Earth, our planet Gaia, is going through an ascension, and we are on top of it right now, which is kind of unheard of. That's why we're going to have all these ascension symptoms. That's why we're doing all these holistic health tips and tools, man, so that you can get healthy enough with this biological body, but your spiritual body, your light body too, as well, your field, right? Because that's where it resonates higher if you want to, engage in your own personal ascension. Anyways, lots of flies out. Alchemical Wizard 26. Let's just move on. Chronobiology, sleep, circadian rhythm. Let's talk about chronobiology, our sleep patterns, and nature's circadian clock. Excuse me. Chronobiology is the biology of time and internal biological clocks. Biological clocks range from oscillations found in nerve cells on the millisecond scale to oscillations in minutes, hours, days, and years. Although the commonly used phrase, "your biological clock is ticking," relates to the windows of years for becoming parents, many clocks are found in humans, such as time to puberty, menopause, and aging clocks. Let's focus on one of these chronobiological phenomena, the 24-hour day cycle, or circadian clock. Our circadian rhythm is basically a 24-hour internal clock that is running in the background of your brain, our brain, and cycles between sleepiness and alertness at regular intervals. It's also known as our sleep-wake cycle. For most of us, the biggest dip in energy happens in the middle of the night, somewhere between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., when we are usually asleep, and and just after lunchtime around 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., when we feel that after lunch, it's nap time feeling. Those times can be different if you're naturally a night owl or a morning person. You also won't feel the dips and rises of your circadian rhythm as strongly if you're all caught up on sleep. Yeah, get caught up on sleep, especially now. Yeah. And also, you know, daily detoxes. We did that blog, okay? And the heavy metal detox, try to get some of that in there too. Just be ready, because there's going to be more photonic, energetic wave pulses. There's going to be bigger ones, especially in the spring of 2020. There's going to be, I just wrote some stuff on the Facebook. I always post on Facebook like what's going down. Okay? All right. Moving on. In sleep, yeah, get caught up on your sleep. If it's when you're sleep deprived that you'll notice larger swings of sleepiness and alertness. A part of our hypothalamus controls our circadian rhythm. Outside factors like lightness and darkness can also impact it. When it's dark at night, our eyes send a signal to the hypothalamus that it's time to feel tired. The hypothalamus, specifically the suprachiasmatic nuclei, or SCN, sends a signal to our pineal gland to release melatonin, which makes our biological body tired. That's why our circadian rhythm tends to coincide with the cycle of daytime, nighttime. Our circadian rhythm works best when we have regular sleep habits, like going to bed at night and waking up in the morning around the same time from day to day, which includes the weekends. When things get in the way, like jet lag, daylight savings time, a baby crying, or a sci-fi Netflix binge that keeps us up, into the early hours of the morning, these can disrupt our circadian rhythm, which makes us feel out of sorts and can make it harder to pay attention. Have critical thinking and use our discernment. So really important, you know, because now times, in these times, because all the darkness is rising and you're trying to sift through the information, you're trying to meditate and get still and silent so you can listen to your higher frequency self. That's where all the real information is. It's just inside of you, really. And then you can navigate better when you're on the outside, especially if you slow down. Okay, so that's why we're talking about circadian rhythm, the circadian clock, the cosmic circadian clock, because, right, we're on a planet, and this planet is in that cosmic clock, right? And so that's the rhythm of this planet. And so if the Schumann resonances are going to change, then you want to align your biofield physiology with the planet that you're on. Because this vessel, this temple, this avatar was made for this planet, man. Oh yeah, it can be done. Okay, our circadian rhythm works best, sleep habits, baby crying, feel. Okay, which makes us feel out of sorts and can make it harder to pay attention. Yeah, critical thinking, use discernment, right. So, sleep occurs in two phases: non-rapid eye movement, NREM, and REM sleep, REM, over the course of a night. We cycle through these phases multiple times, with deep sleep predominating in the early part of the night and bouts of REM sleep getting longer in the later part of the night. REM sleep is when our brains process and store relevant events of the day, while deep sleep is when tissues are repaired and built. When deep sleep, listen to this one, is when tissues are repaired and built, immunity is strengthened, and metabolic waste is cleared from our brains. So I'm probably going to get into the, like, try to do your intermediate fasting too, your 16-8 too, right? Okay. Modern day stresses can take away a good circadian sleep pattern. Sleep is a natural shift from the sympathetic fight or flight to the parasympathetic rest and digest. Nervous system. Levels of the stress hormones like cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine drop, and levels of melatonin increase. But if we are turned on to the fight or flight every day in this fast-paced, socially conditioned lifestyle with chronically elevated cortisol levels, then sleep is going to be quite a challenge, right? So less stress, okay? That's why to slow down, right? Do your meditation in the mornings before you go running around with your head cut off and go to work and all that, if you can, okay? It's just a suggestion. Consider. We should consider reducing our stress levels first. Of course, doing yoga, exercising, walking in nature, meditation, deep breathing, and just slowing down enough to have some critical thinking will help reduce the stress and support our sleep patterns. Every day I do some yoga, stretching, and meditation, but every other day I combine body weight training with these holistic health tools. It really helps to get into a constructive pattern of slowing down. Adaptogenic herbs like reishi mushroom and holy basil, tulsi, you can buy that tea, right? Can help support our biological bodies during stressful times and help us stabilize cortisol levels. Other nutrients that provide us with extra stress support are the B complex, vitamin C, magnesium, can't stress magnesium enough, pun, and omega-3 fats. Vitamin D and getting out in the sun and getting barefoot on Gaia often. Gaia and nature have the circadian clock down. Gaia is in alignment with the cosmic flowing clock. So getting out in nature often and even laying down on the ground and letting your biofield physiology, your morphogenetic field, combine with nature's circadian rhythm will greatly support you. So try to be that kid again, use that inner child and go out in a park and lay down on the grass and look at the mountains or look at the clouds and see all the different formations. Use your imagination again, just a suggestion. Okay, also L-theanine and the GABA connection. L-theanine, the amino acid found in green tea, has a calming, anxiety reducing, and a relaxing effect. It helps support healthy sleep via several changes in the brain, including increased levels of the calming neurotransmitter GABA. It also increases alpha brain waves present during REM sleep. Obvious dietary tips are to avoid caffeine beverages at night, refined carbs, grains, and sugars in the later part of the day. These lead to blood sugar instability, inflammation, insulin resistance, and cortisol dysregulation, which leads to over 50% of your gut microorganisms' energies working on regulating and digesting while you are trying to sleep. Not good. So I think I talk about it right here. Intermittent fasting really can help with your own circadian clock. It really can. Consider doing the 16-8, choose your 8-hour window, choose your 8-hour daytime window for eating, and remember food is medicine. Fuel your microorganisms during the day. A kombucha, kefir, yogurt, or fermented food, etc. High frequency foods. You're fueling your avatar, your temple, your vessel in this grand cosmic journey. So slow down out in nature with shoes off if you can. There's usually some, in my videos, obviously, I always put a little snippet of me meditating, usually with shoes off. so I can absorb the ionized particles into this vessel, right? And then it knocks around all the the dormant DNA, and then because they're receptors, the RNA and DNA, and then they make other molecules, and then it ignites it to come back online. That's what it happens. Your body can over time transform. It's a transmutational this ascension process, this particular ascension process in this greater ascension cycle is a transmutational. It's transmutational. It's morphogenesis. This is how on the subatomic level things change. And we're in this kind of you can call it evolutionary, but it's already been done before and all this other stuff, of course, on other planets, this, that, and that. Blah, blah. So it's basically just another ascension cycle, okay? So, yeah, slow down and in your own backyard meditate if you can with your shoes on. Also eating well, which means getting most of your nutrients from your higher frequency foods and some form of exercise and just a few added supplements. Like I don't know, you can take as many supplements as you want, but hopefully you're getting the foods and your intermittent fasting and your either fermented foods so that you can actually have the microorganisms to digest all the nutrients. So that's kind of more important than it is to take a ton of supplements. It's better to it's better to try to get all your nutrients from your foods, right? I recently have been eating a lot more fermented foods myself. Yeah, and it's really feels good. It's healthy. Okay, so um, so watch out for, there's all the uh, links and stuff for all of the different, Schumann resonances, spectrograms, and, the magnetometers and stuff like that. So we're going to have some other bigger, larger photonic energetic waves because we're in that moving to the fourth density. So stay hydrated with structured water, my friends. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Okay? So yeah, I'm down in Southern Oregon again. And look out for the workshops too. They're going really well. I'm trying to consistently, at least every couple of months, have these workshops, right? And you can find us on the meetup group, Holistic Health for the Ascension Process workshops. Okay.